Hey yo. This is episode 33 of the Water in Time podcast. I put my name instead of the date, but wow, we're like a little bit closer to 40. Not in terms of our age, but maybe
Yeah,
you
in
could
terms
even
of
argue
episodes.
our age, but that's something maybe I don't really want to think about. But yeah, welcome back to the episode 33 of the Water in Time podcast. I'm your host for this episode, Alan, and of course, on the man to my right, that's not to like my right in physical, but like to the right of the screen here is Mr. Will
hmm
himself,
hmm
who
How's
looks
it
like
going? How's it going?
he's back in New York City. He's a
Yes,
little,
sir. Yes, sir.
and
Been
I
here for
think
five
judging
days.
judging from what I see, I can tell how
Mm.
hot things are.
Yeah, judging by the amount of skin I'm showing, yeah, dude, it's peaking summer right now. We're hitting like 90 to 93 every day. It's warm,
Nice.
humid, disgusting.
Are you happy to be back in New York? Because you were in Seattle for like
Um,
3 weeks, I think.
yeah, I was there for a while. Yeah, it's nice to be back. There's a lot going on. One thing in Seattle that's going on is the fire smoke. So luckily, I kind of left on the second day of the fire smoke coming in,
Yeah.
but it really made it hard to go outside. Like it was pretty disgusting. How is the smoke now, Alan, in Seattle?
I think you left at like the last day of its peak. So yeah, you
Mm.
left like like somewhat in the middle of last week, and then it basically I'd say went away for the most part on Saturday, Sunday. Like
So
Saturday was
okay,
like pretty clear. So
yeah, I love
yeah,
Thursday.
you
That's nice.
basically you bore the brunt of it, and then thank God you
And
left because it
then
finally started to clear up,
yeah,
man.
there we go. Yeah, yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but no, it's nice to be back in New York. The first thing we did, we got some like nice Italian food. Um, what was that on Saturday? And that's like one thing. Like the food scene here is so nice. There's so many good restaurants. So I was happy. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, aren't you like a little Italian, like on
Yeah, dude, I
some
got
side
some
of your
Italian. Can you
family?
tell from my way I'm showing my chest right now? I got
Yeah,
that Italian blood in me. Yeah, dude.
you for sure have
Um,
some Italian characteristics. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's like my great grandma, like my great grandparents were from Italy on my dad's side. It's like 15 to 25% Italian. But my last name is actually a little town in Italy.
Oh,
So that's kind of
really?
cool.
Let
Yeah,
me
yeah,
just
it's like a
confirm real
little.
quick.
Yeah, my last name is Cirielli, which is a little town. I think it's like 10,000 people. It's a little coastal
Oh my
town in the
God.
northern, I think it's northwest Italy.
Yeah, you're right.
How many, what's the population?
That's
It's
so
either
cool.
100,000 or 10,000. But I think it's really small from what I remember.
It's
And I went there when I was
5,000.
a baby. 5,000, wow.
Yeah, you have your own Wikipedia page.
For Cirielli, yeah.
It's like on the south side of Italy. Wait, no, it is
No, no, it's
northwest.
on the north. It's on the north, yeah.
Oh, this is talking about the province of Savorna. I see. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, you got a little. It's,
Yeah,
I
dude.
guess, yeah, your family's like part of your family's from there, from
Yeah, yeah, my great grandparents, or maybe
Shirley.
a generation behind that. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice, man.
And then they came to New York City. That's why I have some family in New York City. I think that's a very common thing, is a bunch of Italian immigrants coming into New York. Um,
That's why New York has like all the good pizza, and that's why Seattle doesn't have all the good pizza like at all because like the Italians didn't move here at all when they were
yeah,
all like
dude.
moving to the U.S. They flocked to the East Coast, but the West Coast was a little too far for them.
I actually, speaking of pizza, I made pizza for the first time yesterday. I've like made pizza before you put toppings on, but I actually made the dough myself too. And that was the
Oh,
first time I've ever made dough. Yeah, like where you knead it and stuff, and you put some yeast in there, and it rises. And it was a fun time. And I love to like. There's something about making food and knowing where the ingredients are coming from, how fresh it is. It's nice, but I definitely need to try it again. I made like more of a dish style pizza that like rose up. It was like a little circle. I want to put the next one on like a cookie sheet or like a long
mm.
pan and have really thin crust because like it was a little bit too much dough this time, but it was fun. Highly recommend making your own pizza. It's pretty cool.
Was it the sheet that you had was too small to try to plan it out more or what?
Yeah, yeah. I purposely did like a deep dish style, so it was like a 9 inch pan. It
Yeah.
was I think 9 inches by 2 inches. It's kind of like what you'd bake, I don't know, like a pie in, I guess, that kind of
Yeah, it's
pan.
not that big. It's
Yeah, yeah, but like because it's thick though, like it gets really thick and it was good. But next time I want to try doing it like really flat, I guess the pizza I like more like a flat, crispy piece of pizza instead of
Yeah.
like a big, thick boy. But it was great, fresh ingredients. Like you can make it, a lot healthier. I tried to use like minimal amounts of oil because, we were out here training for this marathon. I have my ticket officially, Alan. So we
Hey.
going to Kyoto, boy, in
Wait,
February. So I gotta start
yeah.
eating clean.
Let's
We gotta be in
go.
good shape. So
Let's
the
go.
pizzas we make, gotta make it healthy.
Well, see, the thing is that you just gotta get the 0 calorie oils, like the avocado oils. There are some
Is that
0 calories.
calories?
Well,
I never knew that.
0 calories, yeah, whatever that means, right? But it's like rounded down. I mean, of course, there's some calories. If you just like chug it,
Yeah,
don't do that.
yeah.
But like, you'll gain a little bit of weight for sure.
I didn't know that. So olive oil, like, what is olive oil nutrition facts? Let's just look at that really fast because I've
Yeah,
only,
no,
yeah, I feel like
like
it's
there's a
a
hella
tip. Yeah,
oil in non-zero calorie oils. There's hella
hella
calories,
calories. So a tablespoon of
hella.
olive oil is 120 calories. Let's do just a tablespoon of
You like
what
avocado
was it
oil?
called? You did avocado oil
Yeah. Yeah, I use the spray
calories.
version.
No, no, no. Avocado oil also it has 124 calories in a tablespoon. It's more than olive oil, dog.
No, I'm using 0 calorie avocado oil. Like, what are you talking
Oh,
about?
it's literally called 0 calorie avocado oil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
interesting.
like so it doesn't actually have 0 calories. It's just that like the FDA says you can round down certain calories when you
Oh,
have like a single serving. I think it's like if you have fewer than 5 calories, then you can
yeah,
say
yeah,
zero.
yeah. That's so misleading because the way it says is the label on the sprays, they define it as when you're doing a 1/4 of a second spray. And I guess it says it's less than half a gram, which is under 5 calories. Even though usually when you do it, you do like a couple seconds. That's so stupid, dude.
Yeah,
They can
okay, yeah,
round
that
it.
is
That's
pretty
so
dumb.
stupid.
Because yeah, definitely
The
when
serving size should be
I
higher.
spray it for like 3, 4 seconds sometimes, and
Yeah,
it's
you
like
don't just
that's
do like a
probably
little
like 100.
spritz.
That's probably already a
Yeah,
hundred.
no, no, no. Yeah, that's
Oh, I'm
that's stupid. But
cooked. No wonder I'm not
no, you're
losing
fine, dude.
weight.
Oil, it's not bad, dude. Like fat, like it's not bad for you. It's just you gotta count calories. But
Exactly.
anyway,
I'm just miscounting my calories.
yeah, that's okay though. No worries. We're doing well, dude.
But yeah, dude,
How
yeah.
have your runs been? Yeah, tell me about it. Where you at in your journey? Are you following? So just for some background too, we have a marathon coming up. Right now it's August 10th. It's today. This is in what, February 23rd, I think the
Yeah,
marathon is in
21st.
Kyoto.
21st.
21st, yeah. So we're both registered, both paid for it. It's happening. What are we, like 6 months out? A little bit less than 6 months. Um, it's gonna fucking happen, dude. Or I
Yeah,
guess
man,
a
this
little
is
bit more than six
exciting.
months. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's so hyped, dude. Kyoto will be so cool. But what's your strategy, Alan? I'm following like a couch to marathon program. It's like a
Couch
six
to
month
marathon.
program,
So like so like
24
someone
weeks.
who's like
Yeah,
on the couch 24/7 and they're
yeah,
gonna go do a
yeah.
marathon 28.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of Couch to 5K before? That's like a very well known program.
No, I
It's called
haven't.
Couch to Five. That's where it comes from. Couch to 5K is like I've done it before. It's like this program. I think it's like a month or two, and the whole idea is like you're totally fucking like set it like you what's the word, sedentary. You don't move a lot, so you're going from the couch like being a couch potato to running a 5K.
Hey,
So that's what
let's
I'm
go.
following a similar one, Couch to Marathon.
Okay.
But what are you looking at? Yeah,
Yeah.
how are you prepping?
I've just been looking around, but I think the one I'll try because it's pretty simple is it's called Hal Higdon. You can search it up. Like he has like this website. I guess his name is Hal Higdon, but he has a bunch of different trainings that are geared towards either beginners or novices or advanced, intermediate, blah blah blah. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do the novice one program, which is I think the most super
Do
beginner
it.
friendly because
Hell yeah.
if it turns out to be like I can do it easily, then I can always step it up. So
Absolutely.
that'll feel better than stepping down because oh I can't do this training.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
basically what this involves is that you're building your mileage every week.
Mm-hmm.
Your mileage being how many total miles you're running in a week, and
Mm-hmm.
you start gradually. And you just run. Just like the thing to do is that just run. Just like get used to running. And in this program, it's a 20-week program. Actually, no, I think it's 14 weeks. 14-week
Mm-hmm.
program where in the first week you run a total of 6 miles, and then every week after you run one more mile, add one more mile to your mileage. So you
Oh
go
wow, okay.
6 into 7 into 8 into 9, blah blah blah. And then week like 14, right, is you do a 20-mile run. Like
Wait, these are in like you're doing. These are all individual runs. This isn't your weekly mileage. This is
It's the
a
weekly
single
mileage.
run.
It's the weekly
Oh,
mileage.
weekly mileage. Oh, but you just even though it's weekly at the end, you do one long 20 miler.
Yeah, because
Okay.
you should do a long run. You shouldn't just like say, oh, I'll just run like 2 miles a day to get to your 14 mileage thing, because you still want to build up your like get your
Yeah.
body used to the endurance.
But you
But
only cap at a 20-mile a week. I thought you go up to like 30 or 40 miles a week actually at some point with these programs. But maybe it depends. Is this specific for marathon training?
yeah, this is for
Or
marathon
okay.
training. I mean, I haven't fully read it, but that's the idea, right? Is that
Yeah, that makes sense.
oh, I see. I'm just reading it now. It's that when you do you have one long run a week,
And that's what
right?
you're bumping up.
Yeah, that's what you're
Yeah.
bumping up. So yeah, your total mileage will actually be higher than the starting 6 and the ending 20, right? But you'll
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
single long run, like maybe probably going to be a Saturday for me, where I
Mhm.
run starting from 6 and then I'll go all the way to 20 after 14 weeks.
And then you kind of build up to that, right? That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think you try to finish this 3 weeks before your marathon race day, and then you
Hmm.
don't really like run much. You just like chill, but your body's used to it. Let your body recover, and then so when it comes to race day, then it'll be able to adapt. And
Yeah, I've heard it called like a taper off period, where like you
yeah,
reduce that mileage and you just kind
that's
of
exactly
maintain
right.
the cardio, the muscle. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly
That's a
right.
14 weeker. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, man. And the more that I look at it, I've like looked at more posts about other people who like run their marathons just to see what kind of training that they're doing.
Hmm.
And I think I see some really cool results because for the people that do their long runs, I see that they're averaging, and some average like 5 minutes a mile, which is crazy.
That's
Some,
insane.
but yeah, I see a lot of like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, and that's where I want to be. I want my pace to be between 9 and 10 minutes because that'll get me to around finishing the marathon in 4 to 4.5 hours, something like that. So that's like my goal right now.
Yeah, that's another question I actually want to dive into is what is your goal for the marathon? You want to go for like that 9 to 10 minute pace, basically, four and a
Yeah.
half hours.
Yeah, I'm not very like a running geek. Like I just run because it's exercise.
Hmm.
But when I see averages, that's where I tend to orient my goals around. So when I see that like, hey, what's a good marathon time? Or like what's a good half marathon time? And people say, oh, if you could do it in 2 hours, that's pretty good. Then that's sort of like
Hmm.
where I put my mindset because I want to be
I
like
got you.
at least like I think having like the average time is like a good goal, at least for me. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
because I take like pride in being strong and fit, and I'm trying to like always be more fit, be, whatever.
Hmm.
So, there's 2 hours for a half marathon, and then I was like, okay, it's a marathon, so that's two times. So, 2 hours to 4 hours. So, that's,
What did you? So when we signed up for the Kyoto Marathon,
yeah.
I put for mine because it's you have to finish it within 6 hours. That's like the limit. And what I saw is they start closing off the gates.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know if it's like every mile or how often they have gates, but like they'll start closing them to me. Like so, if you get behind, you're just cut, dude.
It's
You
funny.
get cut out.
It's funny. Maybe they'll like wait for you. Like if you're doing 6 hours, they'll just wait for you, like the pacer, and then they'll just
Yeah,
like once they
yeah,
see you, they're like, okay, cut.
yeah.
No
You're
one
gone.
after this pacer. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And so for me, they ask you what your time, like what you estimate it to be, and I just put 5 hours for mine, which I don't know what that comes out to because I think we have different goals. My goal is just to finish it, dude. Even if I have to walk, even
Yep.
if,
They'll be
it's
walking, I'm sure.
slow, tons of walking. But my
Yeah.
whole goal at this point is just to finish it within 6 hours. So I think a 5 hour pace for a marathon that I put down, that's 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yep.
Where a 6 hour pace is 13 minutes and 45 seconds. So like 12 minutes a mile for me, that's probably what I'm gonna aim for. 12, 12:30, just under 6 hours.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and I think that especially with our initial training, because we're also
hmm.
trying to be in this zone two thing for a decent amount. I think during
Yeah,
the marathon, you likely will be at zone three, zone four, because you're gonna be like probably pushing yourself from adrenaline from the people around you. Everyone's like doing their thing, so your
the
mind's gonna go,
energy.
yeah, I want to run too. So
Mm.
likely, like even if you're trying to train in zone two, likely you'll be zone three at the and so
Well,
that generally
I'm.
means a faster pace as well.
I mean, but yeah, you're talking over the course of 4+ hours though. So I think the goal would try to be you keep in that zone two when you run. But I'm actually not sure. Like I know for training and stuff, you want to do like a lot of zone two work, maybe hit zone three, zone four a little bit. But I'm really curious once we're getting into this like consistent pattern of running because I've been doing about 3 runs a week now for the first month as I've been training. I think it's gonna go 3 or 4, and then I'll also start doing the long run like you're doing on the weekend probably, where you just and then you build that long run up to like 20, 22 miles before the actual marathon before you taper off. But I'm so curious to look at our data, and like I think it's really cool that you can just analyze so many things about your running, and looking at it as like a trend over time, right, to see how much you improve. I think with weightlifting, it's really easy because you just add weight, right? It's like
Yeah,
easy, it's immediate. For
yeah,
running, it's more about like, oh, what's my pace? Is a better pace? Am I using less energy, which is like a lower heart rate as I'm doing the same speed? There's so many things to look at. And so I'm really hyped for when we're both like running pretty consistently, both analyzing all this data, just to see the results and maybe do some cool graphs and things like that over because this is it's a 6 months, like it's a long process, dude. We're gonna have huge improvements. I've already feel like after the 1 month I've been training, there's already some good improvements.
no, even for
So
me,
it's
dude, like
hyped.
I just feel
Yeah.
like it's been easier to lose weight too, since that's also what I've
Mm.
been wanting to do. And I can like just the fact that I'm seeing more progress in that regard for me is
Yeah.
it already just motivates me and just makes me happy
It's that like
that
feedback loop, right? And then you keep doing it and it's great. It's great.
yeah, no, I'm like super excited that you signed up too, because you weren't like 100%. You were like,
No.
you're gonna do like your 2 to 3 runs a week with your program of like running and then walking a bit, running and then walking a
Mhm.
bit, repeating
Mhm.
that. And you said, hey, if I were to keep this up for 2 weeks, I'll sign up. And then you
Mhm.
stayed true to that, you committed, and then here we are. So it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
at the
I'm
very
about 3
least,
weeks
like
in.
a round of applause to you for staying committed, like because you
Thank you,
had
thank
this
you.
goal and you were like, okay, you got it. Uh,
Yeah.
but of course, like congratulations, but this is the very beginning. Like
Yeah, dude, we're
it
just
only
starting
gets harder.
this.
It only gets
We're
harder from
just
here.
starting this, dude. Yeah, we're
Be-
talking such a mad game.
yeah, like
Like
it
we're gonna yeah.
do the yeah weightlifting. You add weight, sure, but then with running, especially me, I've been running consistently for a year and a half over, and
Mhm.
I'm aware of my mental weaknesses when it comes to running because I know that most of the time I can do more than however much I run, but it's that mental game that really determines if I'm staying in a run. Like there'll be
Mhm.
times during my trainings the past few weeks where I'm like, oh, okay, I got 30 minutes. Yay. I wonder if I should stop. And I'm like, well, I know I can stop. And I know what'll happen if I stop is that I'll stop running for the like I'll just I'm good. But then I'm like, wait, but I bet I could push myself more. So then I just mentally convince myself, wait, let me just push myself more and show myself that I can push beyond my
Mm.
limit.
See,
And
I'm doing yeah, yeah, I get what you're saying though. Is like this the mental game. I'm doing the exact opposite. Where I think internally I could do more, but I purposely stop. Because I'm scared, like I've had a knee surgery in the past. That's why I'm doing this running and walking. Because I think literally in the beginning I could have ran the whole time. But the
yeah,
program I'm following is like it's all about building the strength, the mobility, letting your joints adapt, and all of that, not just cardio.
yeah,
And so like I'm following this program to a T. Even my last run, I
that's
feel
really
like I
good.
got a little bit of this runner's high. I went for about 33 minutes total. It was the run walking phase. But after like the 30-minute mark, I kind of felt it. I got a little euphoric. It was pretty good. But I cut myself off because I'm like, I don't want to go hard right now, hurt myself in some way, and that'll really fuck the progress up. And like I started doing when I started the program, it was 2 minute walks and 2 minute jogs. That shit's so boring, dude. It was awful. But like, I really want to follow this because I think
It's
in the
good for
past,
you.
whenever I've done it, it's good for you. But like in the past, though, whenever I've tried to do like 5K or 10K training, I never really did the training that well because I would go way too hard in the beginning, get annoyed or not enjoy it as much, and then just kind of stop and phase out. So I've been trying to be really like keeping it very easy, keeping it very simple, and not really pushing myself until race day.
It's
Race day, dog. It'll happen.
no, you're doing really good discipline, and like
Yeah.
I think for
Maybe
me,
that's the
like
way to phrase it, being disciplined
no,
about
it's
it.
it's very
Yeah.
disciplined. It's like
Hmm.
you're not ego running, like how you're
Yeah.
not also ego lifting, like doing more than what you should be doing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you're following this program and it'll work because you're going to be following it week by week, and then come race day, yeah, we
Yeah,
can whip
dude.
out our ego there, but like for the training and
Hell
stuff,
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
let's make sure we can make it to race day like
Exactly.
with
I'm
good
sad though that our
confidence.
paces, it looks like our paces will be a little bit different because you're definitely going to be going faster. Do you want to try and sign up for a half marathon together? Maybe a little checkpoint that we could do? I think it'd be really fun. Like I was looking at some 5Ks at the start of September next month and 10Ks and so on. But I think it'd be cool. Like I want to do more races to actually, like I think if we just train the whole time, don't do any real races, when a real race comes, it's going to be a lot. So I think if we do
Yeah,
some smaller races to build up to it, it'd be smart.
I think a half marathon makes sense. I don't think I would do like a 10K or a 5K.
Okay, yeah, let's do it
Because
because I want to do those, but let's look for a half then. But
yeah,
yeah, why not?
uh
Why do you
be,
think?
because I run those regularly, and
Ah, okay.
so I would want a half marathon because I've only run once.
Hmm.
Although if you do a 10K and we're in the same area, yeah, then of course I'll join you because it'll be fun.
Well, yeah, I remember it's just on that note, I had a buddy who was marathon training and we did like a 5K or we did something. And for him, he just kept going afterwards.
Yeah, you
He's
know
like,
what
it's
I
my
mean?
long run day. Yeah, he's like, it's my long run day. I'll do
Yeah.
the 5K or the 10K, but I have to keep going after.
Yeah, but maybe I
Yeah.
should have phrased it like that. But I was like, yeah, I kind of
Yeah,
want to
I
do
get what you're saying
like a half
though.
marathon. Yeah, like that
Yeah,
sounds
5K is
fun.
nothing when you're doing marathon training, right? I get what you're saying, but even for me, ramping up because like I'm still doing this program,
Yes,
I
sir.
want to do an actual race because
Yes, sir.
I need like to have that feedback. If I go for 3 months without any race, I feel like I'm gonna get
Yeah.
bored, and it's just I
Oh,
want
for
that.
sure.
I want something to go on. But I just looked at my program and it said a good time to do a half marathon would be like late November, December. So if we should do a half, we should do it then.
Okay.
Little winter one.
Yeah. Well, I thought I might go to New York during the league
Ooh,
finals thing. Not
ooh,
because
when is that?
that's like mid-November, like November 14th or something.
Mm.
Not that I'm like gonna go do league stuff, but if people are hanging out, then like sure I'll join. But
Yeah,
yeah, if there's
we
like
could
a
try and sign
race
up for
there,
one.
yeah, if there's a race there, that'd be cool.
But yeah,
But
so let's just keep an eye out for some races. I'll also travel around, dude. Like I think it's a
oh, okay,
great way
yeah,
to go
yeah, yeah,
experience a
even that.
city. If we want to go see a city we haven't been to before, even internationally, I would so do that, dude. Hop on a little flight to Europe for a half
Oh wait,
marathon.
no, that sounds
It'd
awesome.
be
Yeah, we should.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd
So
be awesome.
we can talk about that. Yeah. But yeah, how about we'll do that part of the podcast. Maybe we'll do like a 5 minute section every time because now we're getting into it a lot, but
Yeah.
we can do little updates on our marathon training.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. But yeah, no, it's
Awesome.
very hype. This is very hype.
It's so hyped, dude.
Yeah.
The last question I got about this before we move on, how are we doing on time? Let me make sure we have enough time to
That's pretty
ask.
good. We're
We're good on
22 minutes
time?
in. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing okay. I was going to ask about, you know what? Let's move on then. We'll talk about running stuff later.
Okay.
Let's move on to a new topic, Alan. What you got for us?
So, uh, as we know, the past few weeks have been pretty good in the filming industry, in the movie industry, and
Hmm.
there have been some big activity with lots of money being made at the box office. Of course, I'm talking about the two blockbuster hits of the summer, The Odyssey by Christopher Nolan, as well as Spider-Man Brand New Day by I don't know, but but I do know that the common theme between them is Tom Holland and Zendaya because they are both in
Mm.
both movies. And
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they are.
yeah, and so I haven't seen either. I'm gonna see Spider-Man this week, but I am interested in like box office results because The Odyssey is, I think, going to be Christopher Nolan's highest grossing movie, like ever since The Dark Knight Rises, which I think is his highest grossing movie from
Hmm.
2012. That was over $1 billion, like slightly over $1 billion. And
Hmm.
then for well, the Odyssey already has like I think $1.1 billion, which is absolutely insane. Probably the IMAX pricing is carrying that result,
Yo,
but
inflation. You gotta always count inflation though, right? Because this is a 10-year difference, isn't it, that we're talking about?
yeah, and Spider-Man Brand New Day also broke hella records, including the
Hmm.
becoming the second highest box opening weekend of all time behind
Wow.
Avengers Endgame from 2019. But even then, I was like, accounting for inflation, Endgame is still very difficult to beat. But
Yeah.
I still wonder, like, why we always use the same, like, why we don't account for inflation when talking about these records, you know?
There is like I saw something on Wikipedia. There's like a ranking of inflation adjusted box office.
Yeah.
So I think when people, because it's just big number, dog. You listen with that big
Yeah,
number.
yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Cause I was like, okay, I like to get a sense of like how populated theaters are and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and box office gives me a good reference for that. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's why like yeah, if we had some inflation adjusted talks, that'd be cool. But no, but it's very cool that Brand New Day and Odyssey broke the box office. You've seen both of them, right?
I have not seen Spider-Man, and I don't really plan to. I'm not a big Superman guy. Like I saw the Tobey Maguire um, Spider-Man when I was a kid. I think the last superhero movie I saw might have been the Spider-Man with the that British actor who I like a lot.
Andrew
Forget
Garfield.
his name.
Andrew
No, no,
Garfield.
not Andrew Garfield. It was Superman
Oh,
with
Superman.
yeah. There's a Superman movie that had this this like
Henry
English actor who
Cavill.
I like.
Henry
Yes,
Cavill.
yes, I saw that
Yeah.
Superman, and then I didn't even see Avengers Endgame. I saw like the
Oh
one. Is that where he
wow.
snaps his fingers?
Yeah,
When's the
or
one where he snaps his
Infinity War.
fingers?
Infinity War.
I
The
saw that. I
Infinity
only
War.
saw that one then,
Oh, you
and
didn't
then
care
from
about
that I
Endgame.
can't.
Wow.
Well, I just don't really follow superhero movies, so I don't
Yeah.
really
I
know.
mean, Endgame's kind of
Um,
dog shit when you look at it, but
is it?
just from a story perspective.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's just like it's just these huge. The production quality for them are amazing, but it's just these huge blockbuster movies with famous actors and people get hyped about it, and everyone loves superheroes. And like it's very well defined who's good and who's evil. It's just, but yeah, it's not like that. You're not there for the story. Um,
Yeah. I mean, the
but
main thing
Odyssey
I
was
was
great. Yeah.
curious about the Odyssey is that so I
Hmm.
haven't seen it, but I will probably see it soon, is the the fact that there was so much controversy about the Odyssey like leading up to the movie because if you look at the trailers on YouTube, they have like 90% dislikes on those trailers. Like on every one of them, it's just massive dislike bombs.
How do you know? How do you even hit the dislike? There's no dislike button anymore on YouTube.
They still surface the data to the browser, so you can like there are
Do they
extensions.
really?
Yeah, there are extensions that can show it. I don't
I
know
didn't
why
know that at
YouTube still
all.
like shows it back to the browser if but yeah, so if you just like there are websites
Hmm.
where you can just enter the link of a YouTube video and it'll tell you the like to dislike
Oh
ratio.
wow.
So yeah, you could like
That's
Google dislike
wow.
viewer.
Why do people dislike it so much? I actually didn't. I didn't know there was controversy.
Yeah, no.
What's all the
So
controversy about
I
it?
think it was mainly around the casting, right? Because you have
Hmm.
a casting that very much doesn't look Greek, and the Odyssey, even though it's a work of fiction, it's like very much Greek themed.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
and so people were, I guess, just outraged that oh wow, why are we casting non-Greek like not a non-Greek looking movie, you know?
Huh.
So, but then of course, like the Odyssey just completely blew the box office out of the water. The
Yeah, that sounds like
reviews
such a
were
minority.
the
Yeah.
reviews were pretty good, like in
I really, I really enjoyed it. It's a
from what I
journey because
saw.
it's a long movie, but I
Yeah,
highly recommend it.
but it did get me thinking because I think there is a double standard here
Hmm.
because I think that did my Discord disappear, my friend?
No, we can still hear you. We can still see you.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm just clicking on stuff. But the like so like in general, if you know that a story is about a certain culture, would you be
Hmm.
inclined to hire actors that, fit the culture?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I feel like it's so different from my thoughts because for the Odyssey, like I didn't even think about that.
Mm,
Like what you're looking more is the costumes, what they're wearing, the attire. Like also, fucking Middle Easterns were not white people, dude. They were fucking like brown. Like look at Jesus, right? People think he was a white
right.
god. Homie, he was brown. Like
Yeah.
he was so they're so dark. Like you have
Yeah.
Egypt too. That's a big theme, and these Greek things. You have like lots of Egyptians coming in. They're dark, dude. So I don't really understand that perspective of it. Like, well, they're not going to be these pale white people. That's not what the reality is of the Greeks. But going back to what you're talking about, like the double standard, I think it does make sense to hire people who would look like the people that you're trying to portray. That makes sense.
Yeah, and well, that's like the whole controversy with the Odyssey, and it's interesting that you don't pay attention to it, right, during the movie, because I'm
Yeah, I
sure
never
that
even
like
thought about it.
it's probably
Yeah,
because it's a good movie,
yeah.
that's why. Um, but the the idea that if you do notice it, then like if you don't notice it, is that a good thing? Like
I
let's
don't
say,
know.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Let,
that's the
let,
question.
let's change it. Let's say there's a fucking movie about ancient China.
Yeah.
and you got me in there starring as the lead actor.
Yeah.
A little weird, right? Like I was like, that's
Yeah.
kind of odd.
Okay, but and you'd notice it, right?
Yeah,
You'd
yeah, yeah,
notice
yeah.
it. Okay,
Yeah, that would be a noticeable thing.
but then in the Odyssey, you don't really notice it.
I just didn't notice it at all, but I guess that's also because like you think of Greece and like
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I feel like you have lots of cultures coming in there. You have all these slaves and shit from all their conquered areas and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And probably, I'm thinking more of like the Romans. I think when was talking earlier
Uh,
about all the different cultures and things coming together.
yeah.
But I feel like it just happened. Like it was kind of a melting pot of culture, and so you would have people that look different, you know.
Mm.
So I guess for Greece, I kind of assumed that too. But I just never even thought about it though. I didn't realize there was so much hate, and obviously the hate didn't matter because it blew away in the box office, right?
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I think part of it's also because it's probably like fuel for like right wingers to
Mm.
use just to like
Oh, was that the group
attack
that hates
whoever
it? Like the
they.
DEI thing? They're like, this is
Yeah.
bad.
But
I
then there's
got
like a
you.
double standard there because they hate DEI, but then this movie is technically DEI because it uses like people of color that is like whereas like arguably like ancient Greece was probably like the I guess the non-slaves were
I
like
mean, but they had slaves. Like you have black people from Africa who were there, right? Like part of the movie, you have Egyptians and they're black, and it just makes sense. Like
yeah.
that's and but not just black Egyptians. Like you also have white Egypt. Like you have everything basically, which I think is pretty reflective of what it was like historically. Like I think that's just the reality is you
Oh,
have different
interesting.
cultures up
Yeah,
in
I
those
mean, I was looking
areas.
into it a little
Yeah.
bit, but I felt like I agree that the casting is a little like, oh, that's not what I would expect out of the Odyssey.
Yeah, weird. I never thought about it too much, but maybe it isn't accurate. Yeah, because I think when I saw that, I'm like, oh, it just makes like I'm sure they're I guess you just don't think about it as much. I'm like more paying attention to the storyline, the actors, and all of that, and the cinematography too is amazing. Like it's so cool,
Yeah, I think
interesting.
if I would have gone into this movie like not thinking about that at all.
But
But then
now he's gonna be on your mind when you watch it.
no, not even. I'm just saying that like for
Okay,
this one,
okay.
I don't really care. But then let's say it was like in China, then I would care.
Yeah, I think that one makes sense though, because when I think of like the ancient Chinese cultures, like but maybe it's also the movies that we've seen and we've gotten so accustomed to. Like all these Chinese-based movies, it's always, mainly Chinese actors or other Asian actors. So, yeah, I don't know.
I
I don't
think
think there's like a
it's
right answer for it.
yeah, it's more so that like, do I care? And
Yeah.
because I'm like more inclined towards Asian culture, I would care about like the China
Mm.
thing. But like for this Greek stuff, I don't think I would care. However, if the movie Black Panther had only white people, I'd be like, huh, interesting, you know?
There
But
we go.
yeah,
I think
it's just like
yeah.
it's not black and white per se. So there's that.
I get it. I love it too. Like the biggest thing for me always is just voting. Like people vote with their dollar. That's how they show their
Exactly, and
opinion.
I think it's so funny. I
Yeah.
think it's so funny
That
that like you hate bombed this movie before it came out, and then when it makes
it does
hella
really
money,
well.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, well, fuck.
Yeah. 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 We can wrap it up there. We're probably what, a good 30, 35 minutes in.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna see the Odyssey soon. I'm gonna see Spider-Man next week, and we're gonna go
Hell yeah,
run
dude.
26 miles in the future.
Yeah, good. And then I can give a little preview. Next episode I want to discuss Nexon, who made MapleStory, a game I played in like 2008 when I was 13. They're releasing the classic version. Again, it's in beta
Oh
testing,
my
but I
god.
want to talk about this high level concept of you see this. I think RuneScape kind of started with like old school RuneScape. You see all these games and these developers bringing back games from when we were kids. All these millennials in their early 30s, they got money to spend and they have that nostalgia for the old games. And so I think you'll see this trend. We'll probably see it with Call of
Yep.
Duty. They already, I think, did release Modern Warfare again, right, with Call of Duty. So
Yeah.
there is a huge thing about this of re-releasing these
Yeah.
classic versions of
Monetizing
games.
nostalgia. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, and honestly, dude, I'm like that
It
meme
works,
from
man.
Futurama. You ever see that Futurama meme with Fry? It's like, "Shut up and take my money."
Yeah,
That's me,
it
dog.
just works,
I
man.
would gladly
It's
pay for
so
this
funny.
shit.
I had
Yeah,
thoughts too, but yeah, that'll be on next week's
we'll talk
episode of
about
the
that next
Water
week
and Time
more.
podcast. This was episode 33.
Yeah,
I've been your
awesome,
host,
dude.
Alan. Of course, we've got Will. That'll be it for this episode. Thank you very much.
Yeah, keep it flowing.
Water and Time, baby.
Water and time.